Content warning: the following article contains spoilers for the Netflix show The Sandman. The recently released Netflix series, The Sandman, has quickly become a hot topic of discussion among fans and has unsurprisingly inspired some to make memes about the characters and events on the show. Based on Neil Gaiman's award-winning comic book series, the first season has impressed both fans and critics alike with its accurate depiction of popular storylines and iconic characters. From Dream's need for his tools to the demand for another season, there's no shortage of memes that perfectly sum up the events in and reactions to the show. As fans eagerly wait for news about a potential second season, it's the best time to look at some hilarious memes about the first 10 episodes. Dream needs his tools. Fans get the crossover they never knew they needed between the Sandman and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia through a gut-busting meme. The iconic scene from the sitcom shows Dennis unhinged and screaming about needing his tools, much like how Morpheus insists on summoning the fates to find his tools. In Dream's case, the tools aren't for binding or for being bound, as his ruby, helm, and sand all contain aspects of himself. Without them, he's weak and somewhat defenseless, which is why he couldn't break out of Roderick Burgess's cage in the first place. Catching Stitch. A bizarre image of Dream holding a Stitch plush toy may just be the start of a new meme format. It's taken from the scene where he effortlessly catches a ball and holds it with a slightly annoyed look on his face. The entire episode depicts one of the best storylines from the Sandman comics and introduces death. The contrast between the two siblings is obvious, as while Dream complains about not having a purpose after recovering his tools, Death understands that her purpose is her function. That moment on the bench and the day they spend together is crucial for establishing Dream's outlook and personality. Jessamy's job. A popular meme format featuring the characters Dwight Schrute and Angela Martin from The Office is used to show Roderick Burgess's unique relationship with Jessamy, Dream's raven. It shows Jessamy popping up from behind to shock and bother Roderick, which, as he himself explains, is a common occurrence that has been happening for years. Since Dream is locked in his basement, Jessamy never gives up trying to figure out ways to help her master. When she comes close, however, a disturbing scene takes place thanks to Roderick's son, Alex, who thinks he's solving his father's problem. An attractive nightmare. The series introduces the powerful nightmare known as the Corinthian, who serves as a main antagonist for the first season. Despite having teeth for eyes, a humorous meme calls him an attractive man who hopefully isn't a horrible nightmare that eats eyeballs for breakfast. That is, unfortunately, exactly what the Corinthian is. He consumes his victims' eyeballs to see everything they've seen and know everything they've ever thought. The well-written character is an unforgettable villain who manages to delay his death at Dream's hands, if only for a little while. Jessamy's fate. She may have only appeared for a few minutes, but it's easy to feel attached to Jessamy, as Dream's raven is admirably loyal and brave. The bittersweet meme perfectly reflects both Dream and the audience's reaction to Jessamy's gruesome death. Sand does eventually play a role in Dream's escape, as one of the guards begins dreaming about being on a beach. The imaginary location becomes his and everyone else's undoing, with Alex receiving a particularly harsh punishment. Jessamy's death haunts Dream for some time after that, affecting his relationship with Matthew. Without the suit, Dream's dramatic declaration about needing his sand, helm, and ruby is completed by Tony Stark with a line from Spider-Man: Homecoming in a witty meme. It raises an important question about Morpheus's reliance on his tools, which Lucifer actually critiques in a scene later in the series. He may be the Lord of Dreams, but he imparts some of his power to the tools and creations around him. This is why he's forced to uncreate Gregory to gather enough strength to summon the fates. His three tools hold a lot of his power, which is why he's vulnerable without them. Goldie is precious. Goldie doesn't have to say much to be one of the most likable characters in the Sandman, as evidenced by a meme portraying Rosa Diaz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine holding the creature. Most fans probably felt the same way about the adorable baby gargoyle, who is now Cain and Abel's new pet. The precious creature is arguably an apology or a replacement for Gregory, who courageously sacrificed himself so that Dream could summon the three. Comics readers know Goldie is the first of many quirky beings that will be introduced in the show, which just comes with the magic that's always present in the dreaming. The Accuracy A meme showing the recognizable characters from the series perfectly captures what fans of the comics may have felt while watching the TV adaptation. From the accurate scene of Dream escaping to the humorous way Matthew inserts himself into every situation, there aren't a lot of major differences between the show and the Sandman comics. The highly anticipated show has been a long time coming, and it definitely did not disappoint. It will hopefully be renewed and continue to depict scenes that look like they're taken straight out of the comic book series' panels. From dream to nightmare, the world of Sandman can be both a wondrous and horrifying place, as one side-splitting meme shows the contrast between one magical scene from a terrifying one. The dreaming is full of gorgeous fields, castles, and landscapes that anyone would want to visit. On the other hand, Dream's Ruby can create a horror-like scenario when people like John D get their hands on it. What transpires in the diner he chooses to visit is unsettling and scary, not to mention unbelievably violent. Both scenes are an excellent reflection of how dreams and nightmares both exist in that world. The overwhelmingly positive praise that the Sandman has received has inspired fans to create memes demanding a second season already. With its brilliant world building, well-written characters, and faithfulness to the comics, it has impressed and introduced viewers to the astonishing story of Dream and his siblings. Only time will tell if there will be future episodes that are just as entertaining and stunning as the first 10. Fans are undoubtedly eagerly waiting for news about the Netflix show's future, as there are many more comic book issues left to cover.